but my glasses can read very clearly what. What the
I just need to hold my things further away and I can read very comfortably. Just need to make your phone size bigger.
Welcome to another episode of I Know La. Today's episode is catered to those in our audience who are over 40 as we talk about the topic of presbyopia, or long-sightedness, or 老花, whichever you know it as. The question that I get very often is, does everyone get 老花? So if you find any of the earlier scenarios in our opening scenes familiar, then probably you or someone around you may be experiencing the early symptoms of presbyopia. So now let us understand a little bit more about presbyopia. Back in the day when we were younger, our eyes have this ability to autofocus on things that are up close. So in presbyopia, the lens in our eye loses its natural ability to change focus from distance to near and back out. Because of this, we are unable to autofocus when we are reading, and this is effectively what we experience in presbyopia. Now back to the question, does everyone get 老花? Unfortunately, there's no running away from presbyopia, so the answer is yes. Okay, I know there are people out there who disagree with what I just said. They are probably trying to tell me,
I can still read what? So why do you say everyone gets 老花?
So before I answer that question, let me share a little bit more about presbyopia. So the amount of prescription that you need to correct your presbyopia is pretty much dependent on your age. Typically it starts when you're around in your early 40s, and it starts from about plus 75 to about plus 1. So this number slowly increases over the years, adding about plus 25 every 2 to 3 years until it starts to plateau off when you're in your mid 60s. And note that all the degrees that I mentioned, it comes with a plus sign. Now let's talk about the minus sign. The minus sign is used to indicate short-sightedness or myopia. So myopia is the case where you are unable to see clearly for far. For example, a minus 250 means that you are 250 degrees short-sighted. So you must be wondering, why am I talking about myopia when I'm supposed to be talking about presbyopia? Now stay with me as I'm going to review the real reason why people still think that they don't have presbyopia. So from my years of practice, I gathered that it's quite a number of people who actually are short-sighted but do not wear glasses. But when they do not wear glasses, it doesn't mean that they do not need any correction.
Still referring to the group that claim that they can read without glasses.
So these people usually have less than 100 degrees of short-sightedness in either one eye or both eyes. So if you're not too particular, usually the blur vision is not that bad when you're looking at distance. They probably only notice it more when it's at night or when the thing is really far away. So now back to the plus and minus signs. Okay, let's do some math here. What is plus 1 minus 1? The answer is 0. So what I'm trying to show here is that someone with plus 1 presbyopia and minus 1 myopia will end up with 0. So this is the reason why this group of people do not need to wear reading glasses. Because the uncorrected myopia has actually offset the need for presbyopia correction. This is also the reason why short-sighted people always like to take out their glasses to read or see anything up close. It's not that they don't have presbyopia, but they have just found a way to cope with their reading difficulties. So if you are already experiencing any of the symptoms while doing near work, and this includes anything from your phone to your computer screen, welcome to the club. If you realize you need to hold your phone further away to read clearly, then you are 老花. If you need to enlarge the fonts on your phone and your monitor to read comfortably, then you are 老花. If you can't read very clearly when the lighting is a bit dimmer in the room, then you are also 老花. So what are your options if you have presbyopia? Depending on your lifestyle and working requirements, you can opt for either progressive lenses or a pair of reading glasses. There is really no one size fits all when it comes to correcting presbyopia, so I will usually go through with my clients to better understand their needs. Alright, thanks again for watching another episode of I Know La. If you need any advice on your current presbyopia situation, feel free to DM us and we'll see how we can help you with it. And I'll see you in the next one.